Hello, Miss Angelica Espiritu. My name is Naila Aline, and as the Human Services Supervisor of the Kaiser Permanente, I would like to see if you are Kaiser Permanente material. I would like to ask you some questions about yourself, your work history, your possible role here at our company, and your future plans. I hope to use this information and share it with my colleagues as we make our final hiring decisions from a pool of qualified candidates. This interview should take about 15 minutes. Okay, let me begin by asking you a couple questions about yourself. So, tell me a little bit about yourself.
My name is Angelica Espiritu. I am pursuing an Associates of Applied Science degree in Business Technology with Medical Assistant 2. The courses I have taken at University of Hawaii Maui College exposed me to gain knowledge for business technology and medical skills that relates to my career. I am proficient with computer skills, medical terms, and I had the opportunity to reinforce my experience providing care for patients. Also, I am a fast learner. I am reliable and compassionate. With my skills and experiences, I am assured to be able to meet the medical setting standard and requirements.
Sounds great. And what do you consider to be your greatest strength?
My greatest strength is multitasking without compromising the quality of my work. I am able to work well under pressure with multiple tasks given, as well as maintaining attention to small details.
It's a great strength. And how many hours do you normally work?
I normally work 8 hours a day, Mondays to Fridays. However, I have a flexible schedule and I am willing to accommodate so that I can work the times that are most convenient for you all.
Sounds great. Let me notate that. And what do you consider to be the greatest disappointment in your life?
I've encountered many disappointments in my life. However, I consider them as a way to learn from my mistakes, specifically a time when a project was assigned to me and I wasn't able to complete it on time, which affected my performance. Since then, I try to start on my task early and get them completed as soon as possible.
Good on you for learning from your mistakes.
Yeah.
What do you think motivates you?
My motivation is the tendency to always wanting to learn new things. I believe learning new things every day will lead me to success and help me grow as a medical assistant.
Great. And do you prefer to work independently or on a team?
I would prefer working with a team because it will be a great strategy to learn from one another. Collaborating together is a great activity that will result excellent outcome for our task. However, I can also work independently and able to get my duties done in an efficient manner.
Great. I like how you can do both. What is your preferred way of communication? Do you like instant message, phone, texting, or emailing?
Well, I can be easily contacted through email, phone, or texting. Your message is very important to me, so I will try to respond back as soon as possible.
Great. Okay. So next, I would like to find out something about your previous jobs. Can you tell me some questions about your work history?
Yes.
Can you tell me the name of your company, the position title, the description, and your dates of employment?
Yes, well, I'm currently working at Maui Thai Bistro as a food runner since December 2013 and also a care coordinator assistant at Kihei Wailea Medical Center since of last year, September.
And what were your responsibilities at this job?
Well, at Maui Thai Bistro, my responsibilities as a food runner was to ensure that the right dishes that was ordered goes to the right table. I believe this significantly relates in the medical field because nurses needs to ensure that they are interacting with the right patient when it's the patient's turn to be seen. Also, as a care coordinator assistant, my main duties were data entry followed by my care coordinator's instructions. I had to ensure that my duties were done on time to help her lessen her task.
I see. And what major challenges and problems did you face, and how did you handle them?
A challenge that I face is working a double job and being a full time student at the same time. It is complicated to balance all three at the same time. However, I am handling them by time management. I am able to find time in between to do my assignments and manage to attend work on time, and also offer excellent duties in both of my job, which is my main priority.
Nice. You seem like a hard worker with a busy schedule. So tell me about a difficult situation that required you to keep a positive attitude, and what did you do?
Since I'm working at my Thai bistro, working in the restaurant industry is required to keep a positive attitude towards our customers when a bad situation occurs, especially when the customer is upset regarding their order or dining experience. Even if I am frustrated about the situation, also, I don't show it to them. I will keep a smile on my face and speak to them in a tone professional way and find a solution to satisfy their dining experience before they leave the restaurant.
That's great. How do you get along with older and younger coworkers?
Personally, I am easy to get along with. Whether my coworkers are younger or older, I will respect them and would treat them in a way we could find a common ground where we could effectively work together.
Good. And can you give an example of a goal you reached and tell me about how you achieved it?
A goal that I reached is receiving my diploma for graduating high school 2 years ago. I achieved to earn my diploma by prioritizing my school assignments and completing required projects with the help from my teacher and fellow classmates.
Great. And can you tell me about a time when you've helped somebody?
Yes. A time when I helped someone was when I was doing my clinical hours at Halemakua. I assist the elders with proper hygiene, such as dressing, bathing, and help with feeding during their mealtime, like their breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Also, I help them with mobility and able to transfer their bed to their wheelchair. I think it is a great feeling to help someone who is in need of assistance.
Nice. I think so too. Tell me about a time when you've worked effectively under pressure.
I actually find that I do my best working when under pressure. I found that I enjoy working in a challenging environment. As a food runner, it gets really busy. I am responsible for putting up the new tickets and read the orders to the chef, as well as making sure that appetizers are made and I am able to carry the food trays to multiple tables at the same time. I managed to get these things done correctly by creating a step-by-step procedure for me.
Nice. And can you discuss a time when you've demonstrated the ability to be an effective team member?
A time when I demonstrated the ability to be an effective team member is when I had to train new employees at my workplace as a hostess or food runner. I demonstrated what needed to be done and how to properly complete the duties step by step. And I always offer help, even if they're on their own already. I always go and check on them if they need any help with anything.
That's great. And can you give me an example of how you worked on the team?
Yes, so I think great communication skills are very important working on a team. In essence, working at the restaurant needs good understanding and great connection between front of the house and back of the house, making sure the orders are being made.
Good. And now I would like to ask you about some questions about the job you're interviewing for at our company. So what interests you about this job?
Medical assistant interests me because I like working directly with patients. I want to be part of providing excellent care for them. Also, this position requires a lot of multitasking. That includes administrative and clinical tasks, which is something I enjoy doing.
Okay, great. And what computer skills do you have? You mentioned it earlier.
Yes. Well, I am also proficient in technically working with electronic medical records system for patients' charts. In addition, I can manage to create templates, reports, or emails through Microsoft Office, such as Words, Excel, Access, or PowerPoint.
Great.
And I am a fast learner, so I should be able to adapt learning the company's computer system.
Okay, 1 second. Let me write this down. And so, what are you currently certified with?
I am currently certified as a certified nurse aide that was awarded from the year 2015, as well as earning my updated CPR and first aid license card that I always renew every 2 years.
Great. And for this job, we do some travel. So, are you willing to travel for us?
Yes, I am definitely willing to travel. I believe it is a great learning experience because it will allow me to expand my knowledge of the many faces of the company's customer base. Travel allows me to not only grow my education, but also my professional network. I always strive to be an asset to the company. If travel is needed to help the company succeed, I will be available.
Nice. Okay. So, I would like to ask you some questions about yourself now and your future. What are your goals for the next 5 to 10 years?
My goals for the next 5 or 10 years is to obtain my medical assistant career and to be employed long term for the company. My long term goal involves growing with a company where I can learn to continue, take on additional responsibilities,
Great.
and contribute as much as a value as I can.
Okay, great. And if you don't get this position, because there's a lot of people applying for this job, what will you do if you don't get hired?
Well, I do fully trust that the committee will choose someone who will be the perfect fit for the position. If it happens that I don't get hired, I'll wait for the constructive feedback and use it to improve myself for the next opportunity. However, I will still continue to look in this field for another position that will fit my schedule and goals to utilize my skills.
I think that's a great use of positive thinking. So, how many hours a day or a week do you need to work to be able to get the job done?
I have always been able to create and maintain an efficient work schedule that allows me to work on the same number of hours per week. Of course, when I am working on a particularly important or difficult project, I am happy to occasionally increase those hours to produce my best work.
Great. And how long are you planning on being employed at this company?
I plan to be employed at this company for a long run. I want to continue to develop a functional expertise and assume positions of increasing my responsibility.
Great. And what do you think makes you the best candidate for this position?
I can be a good candidate for this position because I'm knowledgeable, I bring loyalty, I'm a very caring person, I also hold patients' confidentiality to high standard, and I am dependable.
Great.
I am also familiar with HIPAA, so it's one of the law in the medical field. I believe that I have the knowledge and ability to perform my duties sincerely and be responsible with my position as a medical assistant and in your company.
That sounds great. Well, it has been a pleasure finding out more about you. We will be making our final hiring decision by next week, Monday. You seem like an excellent candidate for our company. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, what are your shift hours like?
Well, we are open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., which is a full-time shift.
I also have another question.
Sure.
What are the expectations for this role during the first 30 days employed?
Okay, so the first 30 days is called the honeymoon period. in which you will get to know the ways that things get done in this workplace. The first 2 weeks of employment, you will be on training with other medical assistants. And if we feel that you are comfortable with the position on your own, then you can start working independently.
Okay, thank you.
I appreciate the time you took for this interview. Is there anything else that you think would be helpful for me to know as I decide on a candidate for this position?
Thank you so much for the opportunity for this interview, but I think I have stated everything for me to be the best candidate.
That sounds great. I should have all the information I need in order to make a decision. However, would it be alright to call you at home if I have any more questions?
Yes, definitely.
Thanks for your time. I will notify you of our decision as soon as we have made one.
Thank you so much.